Chandan,
Yes.
so these are the families that you showed me, right? Adaptive components.
Yes, 2
So
points.
this one and this one
And this is
also.
the 4-point adaptive component.
Wrong. Wrong. Purely wrong. It's not a 4 point. See, when I select this, that is showing total one, two, three, and
Actually,
four.
it is it is made by the profile now. So if you will open the profile,
Still,
just
it is showing like
go
understood.
into the edit family.
Understood. Then it is showing like a 4 points. Okay. Well, what do you mean by four
Yes,
points?
yes.
For example, when I select this is called a 4 point 4 point family, adaptive family,
Mm,
because it has to show only the 4 points. So if
mm,
profile itself or the adaptive component which is showing like a 4 points, then you should know like how to get that 4 points from any surface. We'll see today. Okay, so
mm.
let's make today's session something productive for you. Especially
Rajesh, sorry to interrupt you. There is a message from Pankaj. He cannot hear you.
he
Can
cannot.
you help him?
How can I help him? Pankaj, I think he's leaving and joining again.
Okay, okay.
There is an audio issue from his end itself. Okay, do one thing. Ask him to join from the mobile as well.
Sure, sure.
From the mobile, and the ID is ask him to install this go to meeting
Yes,
application.
I know the process. I'll convey to him.
Okay, perfect, man. Perfect, perfect. Thank you. Well, so Chandan, so it's like a 4 point. It's one, two, three, four. And if you
Mm.
want to play with any profile, so it should be in a either anti-clockwise direction or in any clockwise direction. Okay. If my first point is here and the second point is here, and if the third point is here and the fourth point is here, then it
Mhm.
makes a conflict again. It makes a conflict again. Okay. So let's see. Um, Even this is also like a 4 point, and here it is showing it's a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. See, yes. Oh, this is something else. Hmm, this is something else. Okay, even I can use this as a like a 4 point profile, and this is not a 4 point, this is a 8 point. Let me check edit family. Hmm, see, there are like four more adaptive points. So these are actually 4 points. If you place any one adaptive point, okay, adaptive point, then it means this is not even a profile. So when I select this, yeah, yeah, this is made. You haven't used any profiles in this. Well, fine.
Actually, I have used the profile. Na? If you just go into the profile na, in the right side in generic model,
1 second.
actually these are the
Hmm.
four
Okay.
point adaptive family. Just in right side na, in project browser,
Mm-hmm. Project browser.
uh, click the profile 4 point.
Click the
Inside the family.
profile 4 points. Yes. Hmm.
I mean, go into the family na. The first.
1 second.
This one
Where
is the
we have
correct
a
one. Na?
pattern,
You
but where is?
just up
Click the
up
profile 4 point and edit.
click the profile 4 point. Edit.
I'm sorry. Just give me a second.
Yeah,
No,
this is the
this I
4 point.
understand. This I understand. Once it comes to the picture, but you can see this is the profile main. I mean, this is the profile. This is the model
Mm.
which is going to load into the which is going to load into your model. Correct. So
Correct.
it will not consider the inside profile points. Understand? Okay, it will consider the main project points here. For example, the profile points. Here you have an 8 points. So it will not consider it's not like a 4 point based. Let me show you that. I'll show you this.
I
Like how it works. You're right.
I mean,
From your
suppose
point of view,
we
you're right. Correct. I do agree. I do agree. But in this case, no. This will not read. This will not read like that. So how do you do exactly in that case? You have to use a different kind of. Let me show you. Let me show you that. Let me show you that. I hope everyone joined. Okay. Let me clear something for you.
our you can just give an example.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Create a rectangular tunnel
I will. I will. I will.
uh, with a 2 meter
I
two
will.
meter segment.
I will. No, not the tunnel now. I'll just show you the basic one for today. Okay, basic one today. We'll see. So we are going to play with a we are going to play with some sort of an adaptive component placements. Actually, this should be in the next session. But since I already received received some files from you, Chandan, and requested by Manish also and your team as well. So let me cover the topic first. Then we'll go with the planes and vectors later. Not a problem. Okay. So while you're playing with the geometry, the first important stuff is points. Without the points, there is no geometry at all. Okay. Now, once you have the point, how do you use the points and to create a line? To create a line, you have a lines and you have one more point and you just connected this to this. Now, how do you use this polyline? How to use this polyline? Now, this polyline have 3 points. It's a first point and it's a second point and it's a third point. If you have a component which have like the 3 points on it, so you can easily adapt these points with the particular component. Clear? Well, now you have a fourth point. Now you have a fourth point and you connected this and you want to connect and you want to close this completely. So what do you do exactly? What do you do? So you have to extract the 4 points. You have to create the 4 points or extract the 4 points from any surface. For example, this is my surface. Let's see, this is my surface. And on this surface, I want to create my own, like my profile with the four, like four families. So here I need one profile, and I really need one more family. I mean, same profile, and here one more profile, here one more profile. So how do you exactly get the points from the surface? I want one point here. I want one point, and I want one more point. Point, 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 and point, and point, and point. Okay. Well, let me choose pen color. Let's see, set green. So this point I have to connect together and I want to place the family which I've seen now and one more family using the same 2 points of the existing points and the other hand points. So again this same 2 points from here and connecting this and again. So total I have a four families were placed on one surface. So how do you get it? That we are going to I'm going to show you today. Okay. So the entire stuff is playing. I mean, like you, if you have the points, how do you convert that into the lines or curves? I mean, like a NURBS curve. You have a lines or curves. How do you convert that into the surfaces? And how do you convert that surface into the solid? And then, so this is a clockwise order. I mean, it's a one method. And if you have a solid ready, how do you convert that into the surface? And how do you extract the lines from the surface? And how do you fetch the points from that curves? That's it. So either in this order or in the reverse order. Okay. So let me show you. Um, let me show you. Point dot by coordinates. Point dot by coordinates. So point dot by coordinates. I have one more point. So I have one more point. Okay, well, now I want this point somewhere. I want this point somewhere. Okay, let's say 0, y is 0, and I have a point. So with the points, I want to create a line. So line dot by start point end point. This is going to be my start point, and this is going to be my end point. Okay, fine. So I want to use. Let me check one second. Go to manage project units, meters. Perfect. Okay. Well, it's like to 30 meter. That's fine. Now adaptive component family. Adaptive family 2 points by curve. Okay, well, so I have a line. So when I connect this to this, it's asking the family type. It's asking me the family type. Okay, so what do you do? Family types. Family types. I already loaded this. Which one is that? 2 point adaptive family. Chandan 2 point adaptive family. Road crash barrier. So when I connect this to this, it has created one, and I can see that. I think this one. This is the one. Let me delete this. Let me delete this. Let me delete this. So this is the one which is created, which is already created now. So from the front. Okay. Perfect. Now let me go and check. If I have generally roads as a different kind of a curves. Okay. Let me this point is going to be somewhere here. Mhm. So that's 80. Let's say this. It's a 40 something. Okay. Now NURBSCO dot by points. NURBSCO dot by points. NURBSCO dot by points and list dot join or list dot create whatever it is. So let me connect this. I'll just simply connect this and connect this. When I connect this to this, it's created a curve, and when I connect this to this curve, it has a shape. Now can I see the same shape towards this curve? Can I see the family towards the same shape of this curve? Huh?
No.
No,
Why?
because that will be as per family profile, so that will match end to end points.
End to end point. So start point and the end point. If I go and check, you're right. It doesn't have any curves. It doesn't have any curve shape. Okay. Well, how do you do that? In that case, I'll be using, I have to create. See how many points that you need if you're playing with the curves. So let's say new um family English metric generic model adaptive. Let's say I'll create a point. So here and here and somewhere here. So let me set all those three, like make it active. And which one? Spline through points. Yep, perfect. Now let me set something. Hmm. Unable to create the form. Why?
I think train is not correct.
Correct. No, the same plane actually. That is perfect. When I draw something, let's say 120, let's say 100. Let me check. Unable to create form, self-intersecting or singular. Okay, okay, okay. Maybe that's because of the shape also. And that was not placed on the point. Let me. Arey, why I'm not able to place the point
Playing
here?
from command. Playing from command.
Yeah, sorry. I'm, I'm taking something else. I took something else. Okay, well, let me create a circle. At this, set the point. Yeah, perfect. Now I can draw something like 60. Select, create form. Now it works. Now, if I load this into the project, it is family one. So let's say family one. Now, if I change this a family one here, will it work? Okay, this expecting the curve now, and I connected the curve to this, and family type. This is also fine. What is returning? No, it's not returning null. Start point, end point, adaptive component by points. This guy used only 2 points to create the structure. Okay, but we have a 3 points, so that is the reason it is not working. Do we have adaptive component by surface on curve reference? No. Let me show you. So I think we have some other node for this. Let's see. For example, I want to use the same, I want to use this cow to place your family itself. How do you do that? How do you do that? You have a 2 points. You have a 2 points. So I want to see this cow. Like some other any other cow. Okay. For example, I wanna go with same. Select model element. Select model element. I just selected this, and now element dot cows. Element dot cows. So I want to convert the into the cow. So I see here. Well, if I use this curve to connect this and not the family type. So where is the family types node? I'll use crash barrier. It's giving me the strike forward from this point to this point. No, I want to see the same direction itself, towards the same curve direction itself. How do you do that? Then you can do one thing. You have to split the curve into the multiple points. How to split this curve into the multiple points? Anyone?
Vertices, vertex points.
No, 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 no.
I
How to
mean,
get the vertices points? Okay, how to get the vertex points?
uh,
Param,
Tell me, there is a
you need to
node
create
which
the
can convert, which can split a
Curve
curve into
dot
the
point
number of points. Sorry.
curve
dot
dot
point
act curve dot point.
Last one,
We can create a range here.
range here. Okay, then
But Rajesh, I need to create the range na, from start point to every 2 meter.
I'll see. I'll show you. Point at parameter. Point at parameter. Okay, so point at parameter. Now, when I connect this to the curve, okay, I'll connect this curve to this curve, and parameter, it's like 0. I always told you, like the curve start point is going to be 0, and 1 is going to be the end point, and double dot with a 0.1, with a 0.1. So it gives, chain the lacing to the longest. Now it's giving me the multiple points. No, I don't want like this. I want to see with a equal distance, like 2 meters. Correct, Chandan? Then I will
Correct.
be using curve dot length. So curve dot length. There is a different method. So when I connect this curve to the length, and it is giving like a 57. Now 57, if I split into the 2 meters, each every meter, every 2 meters, then like 1.2 meter is going to be out. Okay, let's see now. So curve dot point at segment length, at a segment length. Now I connect this curve to this. And what do you mean by segment length? Now that's going to be 0 double dot. From 0 it has to start, and x is going to be this value with a step of 2. Understand, Chandan? Now when I connect this to this, it's giving me which with a equal segment length. When I connect this to this, now which is giving me the other set of a different set of points. We'll see. For example, at every 2 pointer, and I can see this, the end is missing. I can see the end is missing somewhere. Do you see that? The curve end is missing. How do you get that end also? I don't want to miss that end. I want to see, and I want to consider this start point, the end point of this, and this also. Okay, there is a node. There is a node to get that also. Let's see first of all. So now I have a points. Let me turn off these points for now. Add all geometry preview. So I have this points. Now what to do exactly? um how to convert these points into the lines? How to convert these points into the lines again? Hmm? So I have a number of points. I have a number of points. Now I want to create a line from this point to this point, correct? Then this point to this point, and this to this, and this to this, correct? It means, understand the logic. So point is, the first point is this and second point is this. So this is going to be a line. Now this point is the starting point of this line, and this point is going to be the end point of the second line, and this same point is going to be the start point of the third line, and this is going to be the end point of the third line. Now we have a node called list rider. Connect each index. When I connect this to this, now it understands and creates something. Okay, let's see. 13 point, minus 13.198 minus 13.198 minus 7.488 minus 7.488. So these 2 points are going to create a line. And again, in the second line, so this is going to be like a start point and this is going to be the end point. And again, for this point, again, it is doing the same. So total I have 11. So if the numbers, I mean, if the points are keep sharing like one with another, then I got 20 points. Okay, with line. Okay, so how can I convert this into the lines now? I have a point. Any idea how to create these lines? How to, I mean, using these points, how to create a lines? I really
Rajesh,
appreciate
is there
your
any
answer.
other way to create this group in 2 points, group of 2 points, instead of using this node
Hmm.
list rider?
Hmm. No,
I mean, this is the
to achieve this, anyhow, we are going to do the same now. We are going to do the same now. Okay, well, list dot transpose. List dot transpose. Now you will be getting this two different set of points now. Clear? So this is going to be start point and this is going to be the end point. This is going to be the start point of this and this is going to be the end point of this. Now, if I use line dot by start point end point, line dot by start point end point, when I connect this, so which is a start point and which is an end point? Okay, start point index value 0, end point index value 1. Now when I connect this start value and the end value of this start point and end point, now I have a lines. Now I have a lines. Now I have a lines. Or else, no, I don't want to do this entire method. Wherever I have a curves, so the curves has to be split by the points. Then curve dot split by points. Do you see this now? So I have the curve, and I have the points as well. I know the points. Where are the points? When I connect this, the points to this. Now I got the curves. Got it? So you don't need to use this entire, I mean, if you want to see the logic, then this is the method. But there is a straightforward node, it directly gets the curves also. Okay. So even this or this gives the same. Even this or this gives the same. For example, if you want to cross check, you can check the values. 13.198, 13.198, 17.233, everything. Both are same. Correct? So either this or this. No, you generally you keep asking like how do we do that manually? So now I have a family type. Now what I want to do with, I need a curves. So I'll convert this curves to this, and when I connect the family type to the family type, yep, it's working now because it's working on only the 2 points. So now if I go and check in 3D, I can see the structure. I can see the structure one next to one with a distance of something like length is like 5.6. No, I don't want this 5.6. I want to go with a 2.2 meter like segment. Then I'll convert this points, or else if I already have this points here, I already have the point, and connect this curve to this, and points are going to be this. Points are going to be this. Now I have a number of curves. Now when I connect the curves to the curves, it creates total 29 families like this. So each segment length is like a 2 meter. Get it? Get it, Chandan? So this is like one profile. I mean, let me do the same thing. If I change the profile of second one, I can change it. And now I have one more for like what is that? 4 point. It's a 4 points. So let me change all this. Let me control L. 2 points. Okay. So it's a 2 points. And what about the 4 points now? To create the 4 points, mm, I have to create a new profile now. So I'll be using this hide all geometry preview. Control I. I can see the curve. I can see this curve. Okay. Let's see now. Okay. Control B. Control B. Now I want this has to be offset. I want this has to be offset. I'll use curve dot offset. If this node doesn't work, then what to do? Huh? And it is expecting a distance. So, and that distance that is taking the Z direction. No, I'll go with a translate. I'll go with geometry dot translate. Geometry dot translate. Geometry dot translate. So when I connect this geometry and I want the Y direction, is it Y? This is an X plane and I need a Y plane. So slider, number slider. Let me connect this to this and change this something, let's say 60 meter. Okay, well, that's fine. So geometry to translate. Now I want to convert this into the surface. I want to convert this into the surface. Any idea? I have two cross sections here. I want to convert that into the surface. So this is going to be my first curve. First curve. First curve. If you create something, just Control G. Second curve. Now, what is that? Surface dot by. Now you have to understand here. We have two things: surface dot by loft and surface dot by patch. Surface dot by patch. Surface dot by patch. So, do you feel any difference in these two nodes? Do you see any difference in these two node? Inputs. Everyone.
Yeah, in last class you have explained it.
Oh, already
For
explained it.
patch, we
Okay.
need the close curve.
Okay, that's expecting the close
At the
curve,
endpoints.
and that is expecting the cross sections. Correct. Now
Cross section.
I have
Correct.
this. What do I have here? Let's say, for example, nubs curve dot by points. Nubs curve dot by points. Nubs curve. Nubs curve dot by points. If it's a closed curve, when I connect this to this and boolean, yes, I want a closed curve. Now this, I mean, if I want to play with a closed curve, then to create the surface, so I'll be using this. No, if it is a cross section, if it's like cross section means off closed, okay, it's not fully closed, okay, I mean it's not closed completely. So I'll be using this, the points here. And now cross sections, I have a two cross sections, so list dot create, list create, okay. So this is going to be one, and my second one is going to be this, and I want to convert that into the surface. Okay, well, so I have the surface. Now isolin, so get isolin, get iso line, okay. So when I connect the surface to this and it is expecting the direction, and this direction which is saying that if direction double equal to 0 creates a u parameter line. So like I'll change this value to the 0, and when I connect this ISO direction, okay, perfect. Now what is a parameter? So parameter is going to be again something like 0 or else 0.1. When I connect this, now I can see the line somewhere at 0.1, okay. If I change the direction to 1, I can see a line somewhere on the other hand side at 0.1. No, if I want multiple points, if I want multiple lines like this, what do you mean by this actually? For example, slider, slider, and the value, the maximum value is going to be 1 and step value is going to be 0. And if I connect this and if I keep changing, that's changing whenever it's like 0.5, it is on the midpoint. Now 0 double dot 1 double dot 0.1. So when I set this, so it has created number of lines. Now it has created number of lines. I think I have shown you this example before, correct? No,
Yes, you have already shown.
I already shown this. Now I'm doing it again. If I set this value to the 0, now I have a 4 points. Now at this point you want to extract this. Let's say I don't want to see all this stuff. I don't want to see all this stuff. Head algebra preview. Now I have a lines. Now I have a point, I have a point, and I have a point, and I have a point. Let's say. So wherever I get the 4 points of this, wherever I get the 4 points of this. Now at this point, I want to place a adaptive component. Okay, fine. So what is the next one then? So there is a 1 point and second point and third point and 4 point. So second family. First point, second point, third point, and fourth point. So third family. So how do I get the points of this now? How to get the points of this? I have a curves and I have a curves. I have a curves and I have a curves. How to do that? Or else. No, there are a lot of methods to get the curve points and like points of it. Then we'll just do with one thing else. Let me show you. Head algebra preview. Surface dot by loft. Okay. Let's see. I don't want to use a slider. Now, let me get the quad points. We generally call it as a quad. chords from surface. Will it work? Perfect. So map, okay, same funda. Same funda. Okay, well, let's see now. I'll gonna this 1 second. So when I connect this, I don't know why this guy used number of maps. It create number of lists actually. So let me set the value, let's say 9. I have a number of points now. I have a number of points, and if I don't want to see uh, geometry now, okay, perfect. I can see another curve here. So I have a points. Yep, I know. So it's creating number of like 324 points are there. So 324 by 4, 81, 81. So let's start flatten. Let's start at flatten. So I have all the points in a sequence, and I want to use list dot chop because I don't want to disturb that custom node. That's why I need 4 points in one single list. I need 4 points in one single list. Okay, well, this is fine now. So I have a 4 points. Let me check whether they are right or not. So it's the first point, second point, third point is this, fourth point is this. Okay. So again, it's a first point, second point, third point, fourth point. Okay. So first point, second point, third point, fourth point. Okay. So this is reading in this way: 0, 1, 2, 3. Again, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 0, 1, 2, 3. And it's closing even. It's a closed curve. Okay, well, now what do I do with this? I'll use the same family. I'll use the same family, same node, adaptive component. Adaptive component. Which is that node? Adaptive component by points. Adaptive component by points. Uh, Create a list of adaptive components from two-dimensional array of points. Yep. So I have a number of points here. I have a number of points. So I connected this in the family type. In the family type, I can't consider this. I can't take this, the one which you have already shared me. This is a 4 points, and this is a 4 points. Let me check. This is adaptive family 6. Adaptive family 6. Family type. When I connect this to this, 21 families, is it? Yep. So I can see that families here. Exactly, they were considered on the points. So this is what the adaptive component with the four points. If you have a 5 point profile, then you should know like how to get the 5 points. For example, if you're playing with the polygons, like you have a 6 point, like you have a 6 points, you need a 6 points to place that particular family. Then you have to create that kind of a profile, and then you have to know like how to split that, how to get that points exactly for that points. For example, if I change this value to the 3, no, it will not work. It will not work because it's a 4 point based family, it's a 4 point based adaptive component, and I have a 3 points in a list, so it will not work. It will not work. Okay, for example, if I want to go with what is this, this is also 4.1234 adaptive family 4, adaptive family 4. Let me set this 4 and connect this to this. How that it creates now? Oh, it's creating in a different shape now, so that's a different thing. Clear, guys? You clear? So you, if you want to play with any adaptive components, you have to be very clear. Only one thing, how do you, I mean, is it going to be a placing by the curves? No, if it is expecting the curves, I mean, if you have a curves and you want to use that curve as a like and you want to play some adaptive families, then this is the method. And I'm sorry. So that is a different method, that is this. So if you have a curves and you know the family type, so this is the first method. And if you know the points and you want to convert that into a adaptive component, so this is the one. Okay, so not only this, like we will be facing some sort of a challenges with the directions as well, the vectors. Okay, because like we haven't covered the topics vectors yet, so let's keep it on hold. Now I have a curves. Let's see, for example, you don't have any adaptive components, and you want to create within the Dynamo itself. Then how to do that? Let me save the script. uh, Family placement, adaptive family placements. Oh, day, I don't remember. Okay, well, so let me freeze this, or else better I'll freeze here itself. No, I want this. Okay, now I have the curves. So I'll use like geometry dot translate, so I have the geometry, and we have played with y translation. We'll play with x translation now. So x translation means slider. Yep. Now See, no, 1 double dot 20 double dot 1.25. So when I, how many items that I got? Total 16. This is too close. Let me start with 2 and 2.5. Okay, fine. Now I want to convert this into the profiles, guys. I have a lines here. I want to convert this into the profiles. Okay, how do I do that? I want to convert this into the profiles. How do you do that? Let's say, um, um, see something. Something. Let's say, what is that bridge? I don't remember that. Uh-uh. If I give you the task, can anyone create this kind of a structure? Can anyone create this kind of a structure? Any bridge structure? Huh? No?
We will try.
Try. Let me show you. Okay, so we have this structure here, and I want the center points. Now, you answer my question, that's it. I want the start points of this. I want the points of this, where the curve starts. How to get it?
What is start point?
Line dot start point.
Third or start point.
Very good. Curve dot start point. Curve dot start point. So when I connect this to this, I got the curve dot start point only for this, but not for this. I want for this as well. So then what to do? Create, correct? So let's say create, or else I want to start from 0 itself. I'll get all the points. Okay, well, fine. So curve dot start point. Okay, I got the start points. Now I want to place some polygon over there, or else like I wanna okay, I wanna place some polygon over there. How to do that? I want to place some polygons over there. These profiles are going to be like a polygon profile. How? Think. No idea? Circle. Okay, let's say if I want to go with a polygon dot regular polygon. So for this is the basic node to create any polygon actually. So when I connect this, or else if you have any points, it can convert that into the point. I mean, if you have any points, the last in the previous example, we have a 4 points, and if you want to convert that into the like rectangle, so you can simply connect the points to this, and this gives the polygon. Okay, well, so for in our case, we don't have a we have a start points, we don't have a general points actually. Okay, so it is expecting the circle. So circle dot by center point radius. Okay, well, when I connect this, it's creating total number of like circles. And what about the radius? I'll set the radius to 0.3 something, and when I connect this to this, let's say 0.4. Okay, somewhat bigger. So that's fine. When I connect the circle to this, now I need a number of slides, no, sides. So I'll go with 5 then. Now I can see, the polygon. Can you see the polygon? You see the polygons, correct? Okay. Now I don't want to see the circles now. Hide all geometry preview. I don't want to see the points also. Let's leave that. I want to see the point. Now I want to convert this curve into the profile. Like I want to like sweep it. Then solid dot by sweep. Do you remember this? Solid dot by sweep. Okay. So I have a profile here. So which is going to be the profile and which is going to be the path? Which is
Curve
the profile?
is the path.
Polygon will be profile.
Polygon would be the profile. And what about the path?
Curve.
Curve.
Curve. uh,
So which curve? These curves, correct? So I'll connect this to this curves. Okay, now I can see some structure here. If you don't have any adaptive components, and then you will be using this. Okay, if I change the shape here, let's say I'll change the shape here. It's giving me a different shape. Why? No, it's changing the y actually. It's changing the y. So y should not be change. It should be 0 like a straight. Okay, and x is going to be change. You can change accordingly, like how do you need it. Okay, so let's say I'm done with this first thing. Okay, well, polygon by sweep. Now I want this translate to be on the other hand side because the bridge has two designs. Now if I want to mirror this completely, like I want the same mirror next to it, then what to do? I have a number of solids and geometry dot mirror. Geometry dot mirror. Okay, so mirror plane. So when I connect this to this, it is expecting the plane now. So what is going to the plane? Plane. Plane dot xy. Plane dot xy. So when I connect this, it's in the other direction. No. Plane dot yz. Yz. So if you say this, when I select the plane which is showing here, so if you want to mirror generally like in Revit, what we do, like for example, if you using DM, okay, like mirroring something, like you will be creating a plane. You're creating a plane over there. In that case, this is not going to be my plane. This is my plane. Let me check. I think this one. Okay, Control B. Now when I connect this to the mirror plane, now I can say this on this and on this end. Okay, I'm done. So I have this, and I have this mirror plane. Okay, fine. Now I want this has to be like duplicated. This is this. So these two are like profile. These two are going to be a bridge one side design. Okay, now I want to translate these two. I want to translate these two. Geometry dot, again I'm using the same nodes. See if you notice it, geometry.translate, and wherever, let's say when I connect the solids, or else I can use list dot create, list create, connect this and connect this. Now these two are in one, and the geometry and the y translation, let's set y translation is 20 meter something, y translation. Now I can see opposite to it, y translation. No, if it is not enough, then set this to the 30. Okay, perfect. Now something I have here, I think seen something here, I've seen something similar to this before. I'm going to give you a task. Let me open him as a new tab. Don't take everyone the same example. Just take different. Please share yourself. Like, I'll give this to someone. I'll give this to someone. I'll give this to someone. I'll text personally. So who has to do what? Okay. We'll see. I'll share this later. So we have a geometry to translate. Now I want to connect all this together. For example, like this. I want to connect all this, and I want to connect all this. How do you do that? How to do that? Hmm? Guys?
Start point, end point, line dot start point, end point.
Curve dot endpoint and start point and endpoint. Okay. So where we use the start points here? Where we use the start points here? Okay. So control I. I can see the start points somewhere. I can see. So this is the curve and start points. Okay, that is fine. And what about the endpoints? Curve dot endpoint. Okay, this is fine. So when I connect this to this, I'm getting the start points and I'm getting the endpoints. Okay, that is fine. If I want to connect all this together, so how to do that? So list dot join, I'll connect this points to this, and I'll connect this points to this. Then line dot by best fit through points. So when I connect the points to this, okay, I can see the line now. And what about this side? And what about the other side? What about this side and what about the other side?
Mirror and translate, same thing will be.
Mirror and translate the same line, huh?
Hmm.
Okay. Or else, do you have any other solution? Do you have any other solution? No? Let's say I have something. Let's say Control C, Control V. Okay. As you said, I'll just use the same geometry and mirror plane. Okay. So this is this. This is this. Okay. Perfect. And now I have a geometry and I want to mirror it again. Control C, Control V. So this is going to be this. And this is going to be this. Okay. I think we're done now. Correct? So, as you said, like mirror and translate. This is the easiest one. Yes. If you want to achieve this like start point, end point, yeah, you can do that as well. But it's a somewhat lengthy method. Okay. So if you are confident like what you are exactly doing, and the constants keeps changing by itself, even still this works. Nothing, it's not, there is no doubt. Okay. So even this works. Okay, well, That's a geometry to translate. I want to create a profile here. So I have a cross sections. I have this. I have this. I have this and I have this. Now I have a two lines. How can I convert this into a road? Hmm? How can I convert this into the road?
Place by loft.
Surface by loft.
Very good. Surface dot by loft. So cross sections. Now it is expected in the cross sections. So list dot join again. So let's dot join again. So when I connect this to this, and I want to create a one more. So when I create this and I connect this to the cross sections. No, wrong. Then any other solution. Okay, let's see what is the error here. Some but not all sections meet. I don't know what is this. Not all sections meet. Then is there any other solution? Don't expect everything can be done exactly the same as you may expect, because if this solution worked in previous cases but now it is not working here, in that case what to do? Give me some ideas. Can I convert any line into surface? Can I convert any line into the surface? Huh?
Yes, we can.
How?
Uh, extrude
Very good.
from extrude.
Very good. Very good. So curve dot extrude.
Extrude.
Curve dot extrude. Now in this direction, for example, if I go with this, I have a curve here. So I don't want to play with this. I don't want to play with this number of options. So when I connect this, and I'll simply connect this to the curve, and I know the distance. The distance is 30, correct? That is fine. But it is reading, it's showing in a different direction now. It's showing in a different direction now. Then
Vector.
vector. So the direction is the vector. Now it is in 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1 in the sense x, y, z. It is reading in x, and I want that in a y. So y means 0, 1, 0. If you say
Zero.
this, it is showing in
Play
0, 0, 1.
command.
0, 0, 1. It means x, y, and z. Correct? If I want to run this in y direction, then 0, 1, and
1
0.
0.
Correct? Okay, let me try. So, what is it saying? Autodesk.design script geometry.vector.by coordinates. So, it's vector.by coordinates, vector.by coordinates, and the value has to be set something 1 to this. And when I connect this, the direction. Clear? Clear now? Clear, guys? Now it is ready. Okay, perfect. Now, but road needs some sort of a thickness, correct?
Surface dot thicken.
Road thickness, general, it's a 5 centimeter to 12 centimeters. So when we are playing with our numbers, so we have a curve and surface, thickness, huh? Surface dot thickness. So on a both sides, I want to control the both sides as well. Surface and thickness is 0 point something. No, let's leave, because this has to be inside the inside that. So it should be both. So the thickness is going to be 0 0.5. Okay, well, i'm done I'm done now. So surface not thickness, so this is fine. I'm done with this bridge design. Okay, well, what else we can do here? I want to get like I want to get the midpoint of this I want to get the midpoint of this surface. I want to get the midpoint of this surface. How?
Surface get isolate.
So I have a solid here. I have a solid here. So if I want to get the center point, now here we have a surface. Here we have a surfaces. Here we have a surface, and I want to get the center points of this because I want to place some pillar here and I want to place some pillar here. How do you do that? Very easy. Surface dot what?
Parameter pointed.
Very good. Pointed parameter. Surface dot pointed parameter. Okay. So when I connect the surfaces to this and I want the value, it should be 0.5. 0.5. Okay. But it is placing somewhere. Now I got the center point of this. Control I. Isolate this. Now I have a center point of this here and I need center point of this here. Now I want to place some pillars. I want to place some pillars. How do you place it now? Or else I don't have any pillars right now.
Yeah.
How to create a pillar?
First we need to
First we need to
create. Divide it into 3 equal parts.
divide into 3 equal. No, we already have the points. So for this
Okay.
bridge, okay, the 2 pillars are fine with me. Okay. Now, how do you do that? I have a 2 points already. And I want to convert like a pillar. Bridge pillars. Rectangles. They are in rectangle shape. They are in a like this different shape. Okay. So this has to come on both sides. Okay. Now I have a point. Now I want this. I want some point on the other side. I want some point on this side. I mean on this side. I'm sorry, on this side and this side and this side and this side. How do you do that? I want some points. Can you use translate here?
We can give the UV points itself.
We can change the UV points, huh? How?
Like we can give the least or 0.5.
Sorry? Sorry?
0. We can give the range for V.
V. Okay. 0. Okay. Double dot.
0 to 0.1.
0 to 1.
Double dot 0.5.
Okay.
Then we have to give U as a 0.5. We don't need to change. Yeah.
Okay.
We
For
can
U, we can give 0.5.
0.5 to the U. Okay. But I have only 2 points. Is that because of lacing? Okay, longest lacing. Can I get the same? Did I get the same?
It's wrong.
Then
we ca- we can use curve dot pointed parameter and select
curve dot
those
pointed
lines.
parameter. So when I set this 0.5 to 0.5, okay. So these are my points actually. No. Let's say try to understand. I mean, if it is a very new to you, let's say 0 double dot 1 double dot 0.1. Let's try to understand how many points it's creating. Okay, so it's creating in a this direction. No, I want this to the cross product, how it's going to be. Now I have a two different surfaces. That's why I see zero list and one list, two surfaces. So on one surface, I have the zero list of this and this here and here and here. Okay, that is on the other side. Let me go with zero list, one list, two list, okay, and three list, and four list, and five list. I think this is the midpoint of what we need exactly. Okay, so how do you exactly get the UV points using these points? We'll see later. Okay, so let's see now. For now, what do we do? We'll just go with the translate option. I'll go with, because like we have a UV parameter at points. Now, if you connect any surface to this, when I connect this points to this, and I connect the same surface to this, now it will give a UV points actually. It will give you the UV points. So in our case, it's going to be the first list, and that is going to be fifth one. So it's a fifth list. So how many lists we have here? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So fifth one is a mid of us. So let's try to understand. It's okay, 0.5 and with a 0.2, and V is keep changing. And you said it's 0.5, that is perfect. And the other hand side, like 0 double dot 1, as you said, it's correct. Someone said it's a 0.5 is a U, and V is something else. Which is keep changing. So when I connect this, I can see the points. So the fifth list, in first list, because we haven't covered that, no problem, I think you can understand. So these are the points that I need exactly. But in my case, 0 is this point, and midpoint is this, and endpoint is this. So what are the U's? So in the fifth list, 0, 5, and 10. So in the fifth list, 0, 5, and 10. Now understand. So UV, like U is constant, it's 0.5, and 0 with a 1 with a 0.5. Okay, is that what we did exactly before? Huh? Is that what we did exactly before? 0.5,
Yeah.
correct? So 0.5. So I connected this to this, and I have a U values, V values different, and 0.5 when I connect this to this. Okay, perfect. Now I can see. See, UVs are very clear. I mean, you should know if you have a points, how do you convert that into the UV points? And without having any practice, no, you cannot exactly get even understand also. Clear? So I have a 3 points now, and I don't want that like the midpoint. I don't want that midpoint. I have some points here. Let me remove this. I don't want this. I have this start point and end point. Start point and end point. I don't want this midpoint. Then how do you do that? Can I remove the step here? Can I remove
One.
the step? Correct?
Yeah.
Correct? But if I start placing the points like circle, so which is out of the boundary now. No, I don't want to start with out of the boundary. So I want to start with 0.3 with 0.8. I think 0.7, huh? 0.7 with 0.7, or else with the step of what? So uh, let's go with same 0 double dot 1, 0.3, with a step of 0.5. And then I'll get these 2 points. 0.4 because 0.4.
4.
0.4. So it's at 0.4. Okay, this is fine now. So I have these points. Okay, so you keep playing with the number of points, and now at these points, not even these points also, I'll just go with the 0.2 and with 0.5. Yes, because they won't overlap. Now I want to place the circles. I want to place the circles. How do you do that? I have a points now. So I want to place the circles or rectangles. Then rectangle,
Rec-
rectangle.
Center point. With them.
By rectangle by what? Rectangle by what?
Center.
It is expecting the plane and it is expecting width and length. Width and length. Okay, by width and length here and width and length. Okay, coordinate system and by corner points. No, what else? Rectangle. Check which one I can use here. Is it width and length? No, what about the points? How can I connect the points to it? What about the plane? So what about the plane? Can I use this planes here? But we don't have a planes here. Correct?
You can use the corner points.
Now, let me check. Do we have any surface dot plane? No, we don't have any plane at parameter. No, we don't have any plane at parameter. Surface dot plane. What is it? Input surfaces. And it is returning the planes. Is it? So when I connect this surface to this, it is returning the planes. Okay. Now I want this plane and I want this plane. Okay, that's fine. But what about, I mean, it's taking the some of the midpoints of those. Of those. No, not like that. I have a points. I want to convert that the points into circle. Then how do you do that? You don't have any solution. You have only solution that placing the points. So you have a points here. So circle dot by center point radius. Then connect this and radius set something like 5 meter. Let's say 5 meter. Now they are not cross checking. Let me check with 8 meters. Oh, they're like cross. Now they're out of the boundary now. Let me set to the 6. Okay. Now I have this. I think still there is a problem with. There is a problem with. How do I go with 0.6? I think it's perfect now. Correct? Yes. So 0.2 with a 0.6 with a step of 0.2 and 0.8. So 2.2 other side and point to this side. Okay, perfect. Now, how to convert this? I mean, I need a rectangle. Then why did I place circles here? Huh?
We can place polygon
Very
by
good.
using
Yeah,
circle.
polygons.
Very
4
good.
sides.
Very good. So polygon dot by dot regular polygons. So you guys have to be sharp, okay? Because if there is no solution to place to get the planes, then what is the solution? We have a solution, but it is a very lengthy. We have a solution, but it's very lengthy. So we are using the same resource what we have already before. So we know this. We just explained like few minutes ago. So connect the circle to this and number sides. So default it's 5 and I want 4 only. So when I connect this to this, yep, well, this is fine now. And but I don't want this in this orientation. I want to rotate it. How to rotate that? I don't want like this. I want to rotate. I have a polygon. Can I use geometry dot rotate? Can I use geometry dot rotate? Huh? Horizon
Yes.
and axis and degrees. Is it? Okay.
Hmm.
So these are the geometries. Okay, fine. And horizon points, the same center points. The same center point is going to be the horizon. And what about the axis? And what about the degrees? And what about the axis? Vector. Is it? Vector
Z.
dot z axis, huh?
Yeah.
Sure. Why z axis?
It will rotate around that. Uh,
Z axis. Who answered this?
Shoaib
Shoaib.
Safi.
Okay. And the degrees, I'll use a slider. I'll use a slider. Let me connect this to this. And I want to see whether it is rotating or not. Okay. So that
45.
is 45 degrees, huh? Let me check.
Yeah.
I think you're right. So it's a 45 degrees. Perfect. So I'm done. So all together, like set to the 45 degrees. Okay, perfect. So this is fine. Geometry dot rotate. Now, how do I extrude it? How do you extrude it?
Uh,
Materials extrude.
curve dot extrude.
Curve dot extrude. Curve dot extrude is a it's creating a surface. Curve dot extrude, it's giving the surface. They're not like solids. Oh, extrude as a solid. Extrude as a solid. So the direction, it is extrude as solid. Generally, curve dot extrude is a surface. I mean, if you see, let me show you that. Curve dot extrude. I'm sorry. Curve dot extrude. This is showing it's a like surface. Read the node description. What is it showing? Extrudes a curve in the normal vector direction, and inputs are expecting like a curve and distance, and output it returns the surface. But I don't want the surface. I want the solid. This again, it's a
And first we
surface,
have to make. Yeah.
and we have a direct node.
First we have to make.
Okay, that is also another method. First, we'll create a curve, uh, or else I can use that curve. It's a closed curve, no? I can convert that into the surface, and I can use thickness also. Correct? Surface dot thicken. But we already have a solution here. Extrude a solid directly. So I'll be using the extrude a solid, and these are the curves. Let's say connect this. And what would be the direction?
Z.
Z. Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
So Z axis. Z axis. Okay. And what about the distance? Distance. Something like 20
10
meter,
meter or
10 meter or 20
yeah.
meter. I'll use a slider here. I'll use a slider here, not the slider. Huh? I'll use a slider. Let me set to the 10 something, or else let's say 15. When I connect this to this, no, it's going towards that direction. Then
minus 15.
minus 15. Huh? Let me check. Minus 15. Oh, done. So it's a minus 15. Now if I press Ctrl I, see how easy it is. And why? I can see only two, right? What about the others? What happened? Why I'm not able to tilt? Yep, I can see four. Perfect. I can see 4. Okay, I'm done with this. Now, I want this corner points of the surface. I want the corner points of the surface. I want this corner points of the surfaces. This surface, I want the corner point. This surface, I want the corner point. How?
Is there some node surface dot corner points?
Okay, good. Then we have a surface here where we get the surface. So you have to cross check. Let's say Control I mean, if you want to check where is that, then you have to use isolations, or like isolation is very important, like ISO this, and I converted this. We have a surfaces here. We have two surfaces and it gives a parameter. No, I have a surfaces. So this is what I want, surface. And if I want to get the corner points, let me check. I want to get the corner points of the particular surface. Topology. There is a node called topology. There is a process called topology. I'm sorry, topology dot vertices. Topology dot vertices. When I connect this, oh, it's giving the points. So it's 8 points because we have a four for one surface here, for one surface for this. Clear? But I can't see the points anywhere because it is giving the vertex points. You want to get the point geometry. I have already explained you this. How to get the point geometry now? I want to get the points. I want to get the points. How to extract the points? If you really remember, I can't select the points here. I want to get the points.
Parent child?
Parent child concept, exactly. How?
Yeah.
Vertex dot point.
Very good.
Yeah, vector dot point. Yeah.
Vertex dot
Point.
point geometry.
Point.
Vertex dot point geometry. Correct? So when I connect the vertex to this, I got the points now. Now I can select and see where are the points here. So one is here and second one is other side. This and this. This and this, and this and this. But actually I want it in a different way. So 0 is this and 4 is this. 0 and 4. I want like this because I want to play some this kind of a structure. Do you see anything here? You guys have to create this kind of a structure. I don't know. I mean, I don't want the same. I'll get some pictures. At least try to reach up to some extent. Okay. I'm not expecting the same. I'll share you total. You guys are like 13 people, 11 people. So I'll share you total 13 pictures along with the names. See, some sort of a bridge. Oh, it's a pillar. Bridge designs. Yep, I want to create like this. I want to create like this. I want to create like this. To create this, what do I need exactly? Here I have something and here I have something. And I want to create some sort of a sag like this. Okay, to do that, what do I need exactly? I need these 2 points, correct? But these 2 points are not in an order, 0 and 4. Is there any node to get the first and last? Hmm?
Uh, point. List.
First, last. First, last. Clear? So when I connect any list to this, So it gives the first list and the last list. Okay, so how now you can see this point here and the other point here, and try to understand. It's a 0 0 0. That's fine. And 0 30 0. No,
Mm, it is same.
same. So list of, to get the zero value, zero index, this one, correct? Correct. If I want to
Yeah.
get the last value, then what to do? Comma minus 1, minus 1, correct? So now it's returning an error because it has to be in two quotes. Now when I connect this to this, they are bringing the total like, okay, so it has to be again with, still it's working the same. Otherwise we can do one thing. Notepad. One second. Let's do a drop item something. Let me try. List dscore dot list dot drop items. List dot drop items of, again I want to drop a one more list. So dscore dot list dot drop items. Then I have to play with list comma, first I have to be go with 1, and then next one is going to be the minus 1. Now that is going to be the 0 here, and that's going to be the minus 1. Why? Yeah, I want to close this. Now when I connect the list to this, now it's getting the 2 points. That is because of the flatten of 0. Now I'll be getting like, okay, again it's returning an error. Let me set 1 and 0.1. Now it's first last, drop first last. Okay. See, this guy also use the same. DS coded lob list item. L1 and 1 and minus 1. L1 1 comma minus 1. So I did the same, right? I
You
did the
use
same.
0.
No, even I tried 1 also. But that is not returning exactly the same. I tried 1 too. Okay, well, so these are the response, and what else we can see? 0 0 0, and these are the first and last points. So it is saying first and last points. So I want to use this first and last point, this and this. For example, when I connect there is a problem with itself. Control C and Control V. And index of 1. Now I'm fine. So I have a set of points here. So this is going to be my points, and these are going to be my points. Okay, so point and this. So if I use watch node, first and last point of this, I think this one and this one. Okay, well, what about the watch node here? Again, it's the same. Okay, perfect. So both are same. Well, now I have a points here. I have a points here. I want to translate, revealed it. So I want to place one more point on the top here, and I want to place one more point on the top here. So which node I have to use?
Translate.
Translate. Okay. So translate. So geometry dot translate. Geometry dot translate. So geometry dot translate. So which geometry versus geometry?
Watch.
Points. Correct. And the Z translation is going to be 15, some other value. Let's say 15. No, let me set 45. 45 is too far actually. Let me set 30. 35. Yeah, I think this is fine. So erase all the drawings. Now I want to convert this into the lines. How?
Start and end point.
Start and end point. Start point and end point. Okay. So line dot by start point, end point. Then these are the points, huh? And these are the points. Is that clear? Clear? Okay.
Yes.
Now this has some sort of a sag. This has some sort of a sag. If you notice this, open image in new tab. This content is not available. This has some sort of a sag if you notice it. Correct? I want to get the midpoint
Yes.
of this. I want to place a point here. I want to place one point here, and I want this like this. Then what to do?
We can translate 1 point uh, to mid.
We can translate one point to the mid. Mid means
Yeah. In y direction.
in the y direction. So we can get the midpoint of this also, or else I can connect a line to this. I can connect a line to this and I get the midpoint of it and again use a translate. Correct? So
Yeah.
I'll connect these two lines and I'll get the midpoint of this using curve dot pointed parameter, and I'll use some sort of a sag. I'll just use a translate node and create one point here, and I can use some sag like this. Correct?
Yeah.
Correct? Well, now that's fine, but I have this curves. I have those lines now, and I want to convert. I want to create some sort of a lines. Then what to do? I want some lines like this. Then what to do? Hmm?
Then
Pointed
First make
parameter
to
again.
point parameter. Yeah.
Correct. So pointed parameter. Now this pointed parameter 0 double dot not, I don't want up to the 1. So let's say 0.8 with a step of approximation. It's like 0.3. So 0.3. Okay. So even I don't want at 0 also. I want to start at 0.3. Okay. So when I connect the param, so I have the lines. So let me change this lacing to the cross product. It works on both of this. And then I have the points on this side and I have the points on other side. Okay. Well, line dot by start point and end point. Line dot by start point and end point. So list of 0 index value and list of 1 index value. So when I connect these points to this and connect this start point and connect this end points,
Playing from
I
command.
see the lines now. Correct?
Yeah.
Correct? Correct? Now I can create some sort of a profiles. How do you create the profiles? You are aware of it. You are aware of it. Correct? Now, line direction. Now tell me how to get the direction. I want to place some circle here at this direction. How to do that?
So
Just think.
we need a node which has a direction for creation of a circle.
We
Then
have
we
a lines
can
here.
give.
We have lines here. So, uh, curve dot start point. Let's say curve dot
Yeah.
start point. So I got the start points here. And when I connect this, I have a points. Now, point dot, I'm sorry, circle dot by center point radius. So when I connect the center point to this, and what about the radius? But they're playing in a they're placing in a different direction actually. Correct.
Yeah.
Then
Then we need a different node which included direction input.
correct. Do we have that node?
Yeah, I think
Which one?
we have.
Center point,
And
center point, uh, radius, center point
normal.
radius, normal, huh? By center point
Yeah.
radius normal. Correct. Okay. So I have the center points and I know the radius. Okay. And what about the normal here?
0 1 0.
Vector dot by what else? Which one? Vector dot by coordinates. And when I connect the vector to this, and which one it has to be? One, na?
Y.
Y. Perfect. Clear? So do remember this. I mean, you should know like how to get the planes. And for example, if you want to get the planes, I don't want to use this node. I want to play with the planes completely. Then how do you use the planes? How do you get the plane here? Like how we have a like start point, like how we or like we are creating like a pointed parameter, like curve dot plane at parameter. So plane at parameter. So curve dot plane at parameter. For example, if I connect this, if I connect this curve, okay, and when I connect this to this, now it is directly giving me the planes. If you notice it, correct? Correct? So I don't
Yes.
want to use this. Now, whatever profile I want to play with. So I don't want this vectors, nothing. So I already have a plane. I already have a plane. Okay, for example, if it is giving different kind of a directions, even this helps you to exactly follow the same direction and it will change the plane accordingly. Clear? Clear? So planet parameter now. So and it is expecting like no, I mean, do you want me to the start point, or you want here one and here in the mid of the place one, and you want one more plane there? No, that depends upon your interest. Okay, now whatever, if I want to create something, now for example, if I want to play with a rectangle, then rectangle, rectangle, it is expecting a plane now. See, correct, correct. Now we
Yeah.
have a planes. So we have a planes, we have a plane, and we have a plane here, and width and length, that's different again. So length is going to be let's say set 2. Length is going to be the 2. No, this is going to be the width. Then width, is that what exactly same here? Yes. So let me set 3. Let me set 3. Clear? Now I have a rectangle, and how do I extrude this? How do I extrude this up to this extent? Okay, well, I'm done with this. So this is clear. So what about the railing path? What about the railing path here? What about the rail? For example, I want to take the same surface. I want to use a surface. I'll take the same surface. So curve dot extrude, where is the surface here? Surface dot thicken. No, curve dot extrude. Sorry. Geometry dot translate, curve dot start point, end point, still, this is a surface. Now I want the direction. I want one more curve dot I mean like surface dot offset, surface dot offset. So I have a surfaces now. So and the distance is going to be default value, let's say -5 something. When I connect this, I can see a surface on the top of it. One the top, one on the end. No, let me change this lacing to the longest. Still, it's the same. No, then how to get the surface down to it?
And geometry dot translate.
Geometry dot,
Uh,
not with the geometry dot translate. That's easy. Do you have any
yeah.
other set of notes?
Surface dot offset. Uh,
Surface dot offset, it is saying it's a -5, and the -5 and
yeah.
this and this. Okay, what about this lacing? Can I set the value like a 0 -5 and -5? I'll close this. No, still it is the same.
You can give pi and -5.
Sorry,
You can
Plus
give
5 and minus 5.
5 and -5. No, I think it's -5 and 5. Huh?
yeah,
-5 and 5.
yes.
Okay. So can I see bottom now? Okay,
Yeah.
clear. Now, if you see the picture, where I can see some sort of a railing like this, where I can see some sort of a railing like this. Open. See, I want to create a design like this. I want to create a design like this. How to create this exact system? How to create this exact system? So this is what the structure we want to see. And now I thought like I just think like you are somewhat confident on creating this kind of a structure, right?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
So can I give some assignment?
Yes.
Huh?
Mm.
Okay, fine then. So Let me save image as. So I'll be saying first bridge. Oh, it's a web file. Okay, so I'll convert this into the JPEG and I'll share it to you. Okay, so I'll share you some sort of a pictures. I don't know, like how do you do? I think mostly, you guys can finish it in like 2 to 3 hours by sure. Spend your personal time and finish it off. Clear? Clear? I have to receive. Yeah, Manish. Okay, fine. So I have to receive like a different kind of a bridges from everyone. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Clear? Fine then. Perfect. So this is what, and we haven't actually using using like the geometry nodes is, I mean, like if you have an adaptive components, it is very easy how to integrate your adaptive components with the curves. But you should know how to get, for example, tomorrow, next day you will see, we'll use a tunnel profile. Just today I've seen some sort of a document, linear structures document. This is not that worthy actually, nothing in it. Okay, I've seen a picture. Yep. So I've seen a picture here because I already requested Manish before, like to share any some sort of an examples. Then they said no, it's not required. I mean, the generally our trainings will not be, we don't consider any client examples. But I agreed, we can go with the client examples also. But I don't know if you have something, some privacy issues, then we can go ahead with this basic tunnel. So we are going to create the same structure in the next session. Okay. How do you exactly uh, place this? How do you exactly place this, and how do you use the voids? How to use a voids, and we'll see all in a next session. We are going to play with the tunnels. Clear? Clear, guys? Okay.
Okay.
Or else, if you have any questions while you're playing with this bridge designs, but I'm so serious, I need a design from everyone, and I keep asking. Okay. Clear? Clear? This is very important,
Yes.
guys. Please don't take it, please take it serious. Okay. Clear?
Okay.
Fine then. Fine then. See you guys. See you. Bye bye. See you.
Thank you.
Yep, see you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Right.